So now it's time to go for continuous example. So I hope you are remembering last session we started with DRL statement. There we almost discussed the select example 1, select example 2 and 3. Three examples we discussed where we used it, with which function I used fetch 1. There are three functions are there to deal with fetch 1, and one more is called what? Fetch many. Fetch many. There fetch many different type of values we passed. And next, I hope you are remembering fetch all. Fetch all. So this is what we have seen it already in the sessions. Okay. And today's session, I'm going to give you one more description I'm going to take up. So I'll enter the table name. I will enter the table name. I will get the table rows as well as column names also I want to print. If you look at students, one important point I would like to bring to your notice. Cursor object information you see. Cursor object information you see. So just already sent to you. This information, if you look at, this is employee number, employee name, sal and what? Company name. There, this is called metadata. This is called data. This is called data. To store the data, internally act as a backbone. That is nothing but these things are important. All the column names are called what? Metadata. So I want to print any column, any table name you enter. Definitely there exists some kind of column names are there. How to get those column names? That is our today's discussion. Shall we start? So shall we take one example? Write down. So one example of I want to print the table name along with the column names. Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python. Switch off your videos, my dear students. Some of the videos might be on. Switch off your videos, please. Right. Write a Python program which will accept a table name, 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 and display all the records of a table. All the records of a table. All the records of a table. Along with the column names. Along with the column names. Along with the column names. Along with column names. See, my dear students, all of you. Once if I enter a table name is called, what is this table name? Employee. This table name is called employee. So once if I enter employee, I will enter the table name from the keyboard. Once if I enter the table name, from the table I want to retrieve the total data. So this is records will come. Along with the records, I want to get what names also? Column names also I want to get it. So how to get the column names and the table name? I'm going to give you the clarity on this. Dear students who are in the online, dear students online, did you understand this question? Did you understand this question, students? Come on, Mark, quick. Not coming very fast messages. So need to have the response from you people. Right. So let us go to the programmatically. Now I'm entering into this. So let us close this part. I'm going to introduce this coding now. As usual, I'll go to this place. Now I'm taking data select or records select. I can say records select dot py. Records select dot py. If you want, I can write one question. This program accepts the table name, accepts the table name, and display all records along with what names? Column names. Along with the column names. This is the most important part I'm going to discuss. Yeah. Next, I'm going to say I will define by using some function name, by using some Praneeth, switch off your video. Sheikh Azaruddin, see your video, please. Take care, all of you. Now, DEF, get records. This is my table. In that, I will write the steps for getting the records. So I'm saying that T name is equal to get the table name. I'm accepting the table name. So get the table name I am saying. So input of enter what name? Table name. Enter a table name. I got the table name. How do I get it then? Now I need to write the PDBC steps or not? Get the connection from database. Create the cursor object, execute the query. So I will import what, students? Import cx_oracle. Now I am going to say, start with connection is equal to cx_oracle dot connect. There I will say Scott, and next is called a tiger at the rate of localhost /orcl. Cursor is equal to con dot. What is this now? Cursor off. Con dot what? Cursor off. So I'm saying that cursor off. Cursor object is created. Next I want to go for what? Execute the query. How do you execute the query now? cur dot execute. Carefully understand, students. Select star from. What should I write it here? Percentage S. Pers of what name? T name. What is this? From table name. That is. That a table name related name I am passing. That name is substituted here. That will become select star from the table name. Okay. Once it is executed, total records along with the column names are available directly there. My dear students, just observe it. To get the column names, this part, if I want to get it available in cursor, in cursor object, there is one attribute is there, which is called descriptions. It is called what, one type of attribute present in where? Cursor. Just let me call it and I will show you some points. I will show you. cur dot descriptions. I will just try to get it into some variable name. Some obj I will take it. What is that obj? Let me print it, my dear students. First, type of obj is equal to type of obj. Just to print the type of it. I am going to close this part. I'll call my function get records. I say here main program I am going to say get records. I say records select.py. Okay, go to that same place. Python Oracle, say get records select.py. Get it into the picture. Coming to the command prompt, say Python here 4 p.m. See, next is called what, Python, that is Oracle is automatically coming. So py, say that getting the table name employee, for example, I am saying. So you are going to get it. Invalid table name is coming. So is it there or not there? Say something like this. EMP, I will say invalid table name I am getting. What is that, say something like this. Yeah. Okay, student, now you say employee, I'm getting has no attribute to description or descriptions. Yeah, description. Enter the table name. I'm getting which type? List type. Descriptions, no. Description. It is giving you what? List. Please print that list once. Please print that list once. Print of OBJ. Carefully follow. All the students in online, little bit careful, ma. List. Now you see table name, employee. Observe it. This is called list, ma. Beginning. You see in that this is called one tuple. This is called one tuple, a biggest story. What is the first one? This is called what? One tuple. In that, what is this is called ENO, is a 0th index in the tuple. First of all, this is called what? One tuple. Next first element is name. Like this. Up to here. Next one is called what? Sal. Up to here. Next one is called what? Company name. If you carefully follow, I will print for X in OBJ. What is coming from the text? You observe it. What is the text will come by default? You observe it. Employee, I am getting. This is the first entry. This is the second entry. This is the third entry. This is the fourth entry. In this entry, what is this index? 0th index. Are you getting? This is called which index? Come on, fast. This is called list, na? In the list, what is the list of tuples or not? In the list of tuples, what is the tuple first element? Very difficult. If you are not saying concepts properly, it's very difficult, I am saying. Come on to the point. This is called what, first of all? List. What is this is called a tuple or not? What is the index of the tuple? 0. In that 0, what is this value? First value, second value, third value, fourth value, fifth value, sixth value, seventh value. What is this index? 0. Now I am writing one more for loop. I am writing for y in where? X. For y in x. What is printed? What is printed? Please look into that. I am getting that value one by one. I am getting that values one by one. Employee, you see now what is coming? Employee number, all these things are coming. I don't want everything. I just want only ENO, name, next is the cell, C name, etc. I want. For this, what I am doing is here for X in OBJ, I am printing X of 0. X of, what is that X of 0 will give you? First of all, X is giving you what? This part. In the text, what I am getting it now? 0th index I am getting. Understand? Next 0, next 0, next 0 like this. You execute these students, all of you. Execute these students. Enter the table name, employee, SEMA, employee number, E name, and then next what? Like this I am getting it. Are you following what I am doing? Enter the employee table name. So I am getting here ENO, E name, salary, and next is what? Like this. But I want to get it in where? Horizontally or not? So I will write it. Comma. Come on. End is equal to some space. I am printing. Now I am writing here print off. Now I am writing print off. Employee. Am I getting the column names? You not only that, you say DEPT table, department table column names are coming. Go to the Oracle ones. Go to your SQL plus. Go to your SQL plus students. Please look at that. Scott. And next is called Tiger. I hope. Let me go to say just elaborate this. Now say this now. Select star from. Or I will say. Okay, no problem. Select star from which table? DEPT. Department number, department name, location or not. Next is called what? Select star from where? Employee. I'm getting, see how many columns are there. How many columns? Employee number, employee name, job, MGR, hire date, salary, commission, department number, like this. Many column names are there. Our table which I created in the class, employee, which is going to give you employee number, employee name, salary, designation, like that or not? Select star from bonus. Bonus is also one table is there inbuilt, which is not containing anything. DESC bonus. Bonus is containing e-name, job, salary, commission, etc. If you want to see the tables now, select star from tab. How many tables are available? Bonus table, customer table, deposit table, DEPT table, employee table, like this. Did you understand? Go to that place once again, run it. I am saying that bonus. I am saying bonus. See that what is the answer is coming? You say employee, EMP you say. How many columns? Employee number, employee name, salary, etc. Coming or not? You say next DEPT, I am getting. You say select star from customer, I am getting the customer. Customer ID, customer name and customer address. Any table name you enter, you'll get it. Enter KVR, which is not there. What is that? Table or view does not exist. What is this? Exception is coming or not? I must handle the exception. Dear students, go to the place and handle that exception here itself. Handle the exception now itself. See ma, I am writing here, except, what is this? Print of, come on, table, does not exist. You enter something like this. You say, I say, let me repeat. So that table is not there. Table does not exist. You say employee, employee column names are coming or not? Yes. Go there. Now I am trying to write it. Did you understand? First of all, OBJ contains what? Column descriptions are coming. From the column descriptions, what I am getting? Column description, separate entries I am getting. In that column description is available in which entry? 0th entry. Okay, now. So, coming to the point back, students, here, if you understand, one for loop I wrote, inside of it I wrote it. So this will give you what? List. From that list, what I am getting? One entry, one tuple. From that tuple, what I am getting? 0th entry I am getting. Understand? Instead of writing this biggest code, can I write it in one line, students? Will you support and understand me? Come on. What it will give you? List. For, be careful. For column names in or something like what? Metadata. I am saying metadata. In where? Metadata in where? Cursor description. What is this metadata type? List. This is called what is coming? Because of this is called list comprehension or not? From there I will write it. For column name. In where? I wrote it. What I am getting? One column name will become, column names will come. Here what is there? Full metadata is coming. This is going to give you what? From there I am going to give you the values. So one entry is coming. Inside of it, what I will print it? You say print of, tell me. I say column name of what? 0, end is equal to some space I am giving. Please understand this and then execute this code and then say invalid syntax. What happens? For invalid syntax, what happens? You say for, okay, fine. I say metadata, str of, okay, or something like this. For metadata in, okay, just try to execute, enter this, is not defined, did you mean? Okay, some spelling mistake. Enter the table name, I am getting this column names. Enter next, bonus, you get it. So I am getting that. Enter employee, EMP table, you see all the column names are coming or not? So come on to the point back when again I hope you are understanding. This is the syntax for what? Comprehension. From there what I am getting? One tuple I am getting. From there what I am taking? 0th entry I am taking. Did you understand this? Fine guys. Now I am going to say print off some small description 50 just to show you this column names. Yes, understood. This I hope you need not write this code. So if you execute immediately after the class, you can understand. You can understand this discussion. Go to this place. Say this bonus. Getting this. Say this print off. Getting this area. Say that column names are ready. Next, what I do? Go for the records. Shall I display the records? What is completed with this? Column names printed. So with this printed what? Code for obtaining what names? Column names. Obtaining column names. Next I am going to say code for display, code for obtaining what? Records. Shall we obtain the records? Come on fast. For or simply you can say, tell me, records is equal to cur dot fetch all. Fetch all. Already you know fetch one, fetch many, fetch all. Okay. Come on, for record in records. Print. That is the record. Multiple records are coming. One of the record is coming in this place. In that record, values are there. Print value in where? Record. Value in where? Record. Print that value. How you can say? Dot format of what I can say? Val, comma, end is equal to some space. Fine students, end of this. You say, okay, sorry. I say this place, print off like this. Come out of this record for loop, for value. This, yes, ma, this is for, not print, for value in record. End of this, I say print off, this value will be printed. I hope this is all the values are printed. Let it be. Once this is over, I will say one line at the end of the records. Execute. Enter the table name, employee, getting all the tables, column names as well as records. Enter customer. What is that customer? Customer is not containing any data, it seems. Let us go. How do you check it? Select star from where? Customer. Yes, no rows are there. Let us go to bonus. Bonus also does not contain any column values. Next you say, what is that? DEPT table. So it is containing department number, D name and location. Where you can see, how can you check it out? Backend you check. Select star from where? DEPT. You see students. This is the data what we have. Understand? Next go to another place. Last and final. EMP you say that complete information is printed. Employee number, employee name, salary, etc. Total information is printed here. Whichever table you enter, that complete information will come. You say employee, you say our table which is created by us, which is going to give you employee number, employee name, salary, designation, everything is coming. You say some table name which is going to say what table does not exist. So today's new concept is, new area is this one. Obtaining the code for getting the column names. Did you understand this part? It gives the descriptions of my column names. From there I am taking one entry. Under that I am taking the 0th entry, that is called a column name. Understand students? So this is related to how we are going to get the column names, metadata printed, column names printed. Column names printing is nothing but something like a metadata, something like a metadata. I'm just writing here metadata. So this is printing the column names and this is printing the records and handling the exception and calling my function. I hope this is clear for you. Students who are in online, did you understand, students? Come on quickly. Did you understand, students, this logic? All of you? Meaning of metadata. Ganesh Verma, what I told you so far, getting the column names. Getting the column names. Try to listen, ma. Obtaining the column names, metadata information, I got it. All right. So now I'm going to enter into, with this, if you look at that, Irfan, simple, ma. This part will give you what? This part will give you what? Description part. Of what? So much of big description values are coming. So that only, Vijay, this is only shortcut logic, I wrote it. Vijay, this is only shortcut logic, I wrote it. So this much shortcut, I wrote it. That's why some difficulty for some of the people to understand. So this will give you complete description of our column names. In that I'm getting that, and I'm getting one column name, which is nothing but a tuple entry is coming. In that tuple entry, what I'm getting? This values. In short words, if you want me to get it, go to the Python environment once. Go to the Python environment once and just observe it. L1 is equal to what I'm saying, something like, Python, comma, 4, comma, 5, comma, 6, one tuple, comma, next is what? Data science. One more tuple I am taking. Data science. I'm taking data science, comma, I will say 6, comma, 7, comma, 8, close it. Next is called what I'm saying Django. I'm saying something like 1, comma, 2, comma, 1, comma, 2, comma, 3, commas. I said, so let us close this part. This is my L1, right or not? L1 this is. How do you print this data? For, say, for X in L1. What is saying, ma? Print of X, ma. Print of X. Now you see, it is printing the total values one by one or not? This is called first entry. This is called second entry. This is called third entry. Okay. In this entry, I want a Python entry. That is the 0th entry. How do you take it now? How do you take it now? This is one thing. This for loop is one thing. Because of that, this will come. In that, I will get this first one. Come on, write it now. C names, course name in, what is that? C names for C names in where? L1. In L1. For C names in L1 is what? This entire things will come or not? This entire things will come. What I am taking, where I am taking everything? In C names. From the C name, what I am taking? Means what? This entry only will come. In that entry, which one I want? How do you write it that? How do you write it that? For what? C name of what? 0. I will write it. That is the code. Because of this, what will come? These things will come. In those things, what I want to get it? 0th entries I want. Suppose you want to, I don't want that. I don't want that. What I want to get it? I want 1. 1 means what is coming, you see? This 4, this 6, this 1 will come. Are you okay, students? This is for in a for. For in a for. I hope, Irfan, are you okay, ma? Is it clear, Irfan? Is it clear for you people? Yes. Good. So let us move to the next continuation. Sagar, are you there? Sagar, are you there? Are you understanding, Sagar? Fine. So we will move to the further discussion next. So here we are understanding this get records and then values are like this. Next, I'm moving to further. This is about complete description about what? Go to this place once and Python, this one, Python Oracle. There I'm going to take it notes, or if you take it something like DDL statements, DRL statements, and next is what? DML statements. Under a DDL, under a DRL, which is already discussed, only one statement select, which is completely executed. And after that, I went for what, DDL statements is completely executed. This is done. And after that, the DML statements also completely done. Right? Insert, delete, and etc. So almost all this programming is done. So the ample of examples has done. And I already gave a very big task for you, ATM application. And I already asked you to do this. I don't know how many of you started. I already gave the task. Please do in a 2 to 3 days point of it. Complete it. Now it is time to see. And the last class, we went for this view about Oracle. This everything is more clear for you. Okay. Now it is a time to see. To go to the next database, I will introduce. Next database, MySQL, I will introduce. Shall we start? Now. So Oracle, once we learn one database communication, other database communication is dead easy. So once we know one database communication, other database communication is very easy. Let me show you Python database communication here. All of you look at here, Python database communication. What is an advantage of files? I said the limitations. Advantage of database, I said you. To communicate with any database product, first we must install one predefined module which is not available in Python. By using which tool we need to import? Install by using pip. And we already installed in the classroom regarding cx_Oracle pip install module name. Which one we installed already? cx_Oracle. Today's class I'm going to introduce what? Python related communication. So is it easy or difficult? It is a dead easy. How to install the Python SQL communication? Python and MySQL communication. You install which module? MySQL-connector. And how do you install? Pip install MySQL-connector. Provided you must install which software? MySQL software you need to install. So MySQL installation is very simple compared to Oracle software installation. Okay, now. So MySQL is also one of the best example of what? RDBMS product. If you understand, I want to give you some clarity for you how this MySQL organization is available. So tell me, now I'm switch over to the MySQL. Oracle database is a collection of what? View about it. View about. Collection of what? Tables. Each table is a collection of what? Records. Similarly, when you come to MySQL, it is not directly available in the form of tables. Ultimately, data will be stored always in the form of what? Tables. Nikita, switch off your video. View about the Oracle. Oracle is a collection of what? Tables. A table is a collection of. This remains the same. This definition of table remains same. But in MySQL, it is little different. Look at students. I'm going to show you the view about what? View about. I'm going to show you here. Yes, quickly. MySQL is also one type of RDBMS product. In MySQL, directly it is not going to store the data in the form of tables. Okay, now. So what is happening in MySQL, it is going to form, first databases will be created. This is called one database. This is called one database. This is called another database. This is called another database. So I'm writing database, university database, university database. Database. What is the database? Generally, collection of records. Generally, what is the normal sense? But in MySQL, database is a collection of tables. Database is a collection of what? Tables. So in this place, I'll show you practically. This is a table 1. This is a table 2. Like this, n number of tables are available. So in MySQL, tables are employee table, right? Universities containing student table, student table, student table. Next is called what? Colleges table, colleges, like this. What are these called? Employee, student, and all those things are what? Tables. Tables are the parts of what? Database. University database contains so many tables. Employee table, student table, right? You know how to create a table in our class. Already explained. DDL statements I said. Each one is containing column names. You know how to create the column names and all. I will show you the same thing even in the MySQL also. But one thing must be understand. Once we learn one database, other databases when I am dealing, it is a dead easy. So if you really understand, in this class only we can understand complete description. This is called what you know here. I'm going to take one more kind of thing. What is this now? University table. Now I'm going to take it as what we know, NASCAM table. What is the NASCAM table contains here? Is containing courses table, and this is called one table. And next is called companies table. One more I will give you, companies table. This is called one more. And next is called code. Next is called what you know, trending courses, trending or certification. I will take it. Certification. So certification. This is called one more type of table. So this is called NASCAM is called what here? Database. It is called a database. In the database, what are these? All these things are called. What these are? All these things are called column. These are called table names. These are all called table names, students. Tell me, in MySQL, data is organized in MySQL is a collection of what? Come on, quickly. Databases. Database is a collection of what? Yes, collection of tables. Table is a collection of what? Yeah, that is the point to understand. Collection of records. Fine. Collection of records. This is what you must understand in the session. Okay. Now, collection of records. So in the MySQL, when we are entering, instead of talking directly with the tables, first we need to create what? Database. In the database, what we will create? In the table, what we will insert? Right. This is the architecture of this MySQL. So students who are in the online, if you did you understand this? So I will show you the environment of MySQL now. So let us go to the MySQL database now. So I hope everybody is now active. So you did not switch on your system and you did not gone for sleep. I hope you are in active state. All of you coming to the point back. Shall I go to MySQL? Let's go. So this place, I'm having one shortcut I created to enter into this. Now I'm going to close my this part. Let us go to this exit. I'm coming out of Oracle part. It's still it is active now. I'll go to MySQL. So this is called MySQL. I made it as some shortcut here. So click on this and it is asking directly what? Password. So it won't ask any username or something. Some password is available. What is the password here? Root. What is the password here? Root. I gave during the installation time root. By default, root is the password. So even if you keep that, it is entering into where? MySQL command prompt. Like SQL command prompt, MySQL command prompt is also available. What I do next? I need to see. Come on, MySQL is a collection of what I told you? Databases. To see the databases, actually it is very, very easy. To see the databases, we will use what? Show databases. Show databases. Most of the commands are same: create, alter, drop, everything is same. Only thing is small native statements are there. Show databases, semicolon. If you say it is going to be fully designed databases will come. What is the database? Amirpet is one database. Next, performance underscore schema is an inbuilt database. KVR is called our own database which I created. MySQL, performance underscore schema, sys, these are all. Except this Amirpet and KVR, rest of them are called what? Inbuilt databases, students. These are called inbuilt databases. And this part Amirpet and then this circled part is called our databases. How do you create a database? Create a database name. Create a database name. Create database name. I'll show you through Python program. How do you enter into the database? Suppose if I want to see what are the tables in KVR database, say what? Use show databases. You are showing the databases. Use what? KVR. That means I am entering inside of what? KVR. Says that semicolon. So you are inside of what? KVR database. Show tables. Show tables. Show databases. Yes. I found that KVR database is changed. Inside the database, who is there? Tables. Diagram I told you. Inside the database, who is there? Tables. Show tables. So it is going to show the table called what? Table in where? KVR. What is KVR? Database. Are you getting, students? Now this is containing one table. How do you get the data from table? Come on. Select star from which table? Student 1. No data present inside of it. No data present inside of it. How do you insert the data? Insert into table name, values. That is normal story only. Once you know Oracle database, this is dead easy. Even in the day one when I introduced the PDBC, once we know one database, other databases are dead easy. So let us coming back to this point. Empty set which does not contain any records inside of it. Are you getting, students? So to come out of it, I will say what? Exit off. It is going to come out of this. Exit, you will say. Exit. It will come out of it. Last and final, tell me how to go to this. You can go to this place. You can go to this MySQL. Here also will be there. MySQL. Here it is available. MySQL client also you can go for it. Here, just I took it, command prompt, I just kept here. Here it is there, na? Like this. How do you go for Oracle here? How do you go for Oracle? I shown you Oracle. Under this, what is there? Under Oracle 11G, is an SQL plus is there or not? How we went, like that we can go for it. So for shortcut purpose to go for quickly, I just went like this. What is my password? Root. I said like this. So if anything wrong, it will come out of that root. So then it is showing. If anything wrong, it is not going to that place at all. Are you okay, students? Shall I go to my Python environment? Yeah. Rather than here also, same to same, steps also same. Nothing else is changing. How many steps are there? 6. What is the first step? Importing which module? CX underscore Oracle module. In case of Oracle, here which module? MySQL hyphen connector. So let us go to that. Already diagram is explained. Here you see MySQL connector, hyphen connector. So go to the pip once. Please install. Come on, fast. Pip install. Come on. MySQL hyphen connector. MySQL pip install MySQL hyphen connector. Since it was already installed many times in my system, and you will get a message saying that it was already installed. System requirement, this requirement was already satisfied. See that you are getting a message saying that this requirement already satisfied. This requirement was already satisfied. And to see that whether it was there or not, I told in the class, what is this? Pip list. Now see that students list. This was installed by us, and this is already installed in our case. Understand, students? And don't worry about this message and all those things. It was already installed. So now once it is installed, come out of that. Now I need to go for what? As I started with Python database communication, steps for development of communication between what? Python and Oracle. As we discussed the steps, I went for steps for developing a Python program for communicating with what? What are the steps? Now here, MySQL underscore, you should not use it. MySQL dot connector, you need to use dot. That is what a small thing you remember. During installation, MySQL hyphen connector. During using, hyphen is not allowed in our variable part. Dot you need to use. Understanding? So that is underscore is allowed here. There you need to say MySQL dot connector you need to use. Same to same. Python program must get the connection from where? MySQL database. Create a cursor object, same. Place the query, design the query, execute everything same to same. Are you okay, students? Now I'm going to use it. If I open one document, rather than typing the same thing and then doing modification, I already prepared in my just a small vacant time. I just have a small discussion with me. Communication between a small document I'll open to save a little time of it. Communication between Python program and same to same, I just put it. I just modified to make little bit fast. There you see. To perform various database operations by using Python language, first we must learn steps for communication between Python program and right. What is the first step? Import MySQL dot connector. That is one. Python program must get the connection from MySQL database. Next is what? Create a cursor object. Next what? Design the query and place the query and execute. Python program process the result which is available in the cursor object. How we process the cursor object data? In the case of insert, delete, etc., row count attribute we used. In the case of select statement, how we process the data? Fetch one, fetch many, fetch all functions I used or not? Right. Coming to the next one, import. Step number one I am talking. Import MySQL dot what? See that whatever the description I give, same to same I copied. If Python program want to communicate with MySQL database, first we must install MySQL hyphen connector module hyphen. And if you use here hyphen, here importing is different. If what we seen in Oracle, importing same module, importing also same module, installation same module plus importing also same. Here we are installing something which is used like this. It is a syntax. We can't do anything else. We have to use. Okay, we will install by using pip tool. Later we must import by using Python program. How you can import? Import MySQL dot connector. I hope this is clear. Next, Python program must get the connection from. How do you get it? If a Python program want a connection from where? MySQL from where? MySQL database. We must use a predefined function called what? Connect off. There also connector. Today is very easy for you. Which is present in where? Connect function was present in where? CX underscore Oracle module. Here it is present in where? Connector module. And it returns an object of what? Connection. Which is present in where? MySQL dot connector module dot what? Connection. Earlier it was present in where? CX underscore Oracle dot connection. Now this is present in where? MySQL dot connector dot what? Connection. What guys, are you following or getting difficult? Following? Right. What is the syntax? MySQL dot connector dot connect. What is the Oracle syntax? You please look at. Oracle, please look at the syntax once. What is the syntax there? This is a very complex syntax. CX underscore Oracle dot connection URL. There CX underscore Oracle dot connection class. Syntax, you see how difficult it is. Connection URL. Connection URL, username, password, DNS, service ID, a biggest syntax. In the case of here, host is equal to, host is nothing but what? A machine name where MySQL software is installed. 127.0.0.1 or local host. Understanding. Next is what? User is equal to username of MySQL. Username of MySQL is called what? In my system, root I said. Password also I said root only. Right or not? What is this? Host is equal to, user is equal to, password is equal to. It is looking like what? Functions, keyword arguments or not? Looking like a functions, keyword arguments. What guys, are you following? So let us go to the description I am giving. Variable name is an object of class MySQL.connector.what? Connection. Next, MySQL.connector is a module name. Connect is a predefined function present in MySQL.connector module. So connect function was there in connection of CX underscore Oracle. Connect function is there in this module also. Right. Here username is MySQL DB is what? Root in my system. The password of MySQL DB is also root. DNS I already told in the Oracle itself. Domain naming service, which represents name of the machine where database software resides. The default DNS of every computer is localhost. Here IP address, that is internet protocol address, represents a numerical address. This is not necessary. A numerical address where address of a machine where database software resides. The default IP address of every computer is 127.0.0.1, also known as what? Loopback address. Same thing I copied and just modified. Come on, what is an example? MySQL.connector.connect. Host is equal to, what is the name? DNS. Already we used in Oracle also. User is equal to, password is equal to root. Python program got a connection from MySQL. This is called just testing whether the connection granted or not. Let us go once. Let us go once, students. A Python program getting the connection here. So there I am saying this program obtains, come on, connection from which one? MySQL database. So come on to the point. Test MySQL connection.py. Test connection MySQL.connection.py. Come on, ma. Import MySQL.connector. MySQL.connector. You know, this you need to install it, import it, which is already installed. Next is called what? Con is equal to MySQL.connector. Connect off. Already told you. Host is equal to, user is equal to, PSSWD is equal to, host is equal to, I am writing, host is equal to, what is this now? Localhost, comma, next I am going to write it. User is equal to, what is this? Root. Next comma, I say PASSWD. Don't try to write password or something, PASSWD, because these are called what? Keywords are fixed. Password of your MySQL. This is called what? Root. Just close this bracket. I'm just saying that Python program got connection from where? MySQL DB. Same to same. Any such type of mistakes are there in the connection URL something, you will get an error. What is that error, ma? Earlier CX underscore Oracle. Here what? MySQL dot connector dot, come on ma, database error as what? DB, I save problem in MySQL, problem in MySQL. Just I am saying that DB, save this and see this now. Coming to this point of it, go to this place, 4 p.m. I say here, I'll create one small folder. What is this? Python, MySQL. You save this part as out of this. Coming to this command prompt, cd. Of course, I need to say this, Python 4 p.m. They say here Python -MySQL, fine. Out of this, I hope you are following this. Host is equal to user is equal to password is equal to WD. Password is equal to. Okay. Now let us save this code. Py and say this. Python program got connection from where? MySQL DB. Right or not? So once a connection is established, what should I do? What should I create? Right. Shekhar. MySQL also we have to implement in Python purpose. Same to same. As far as the security is concerned, all RDBMS things will give you what? Security part. Shekhar. Right. Same as it is. There it is different username password. Here it is different username and password. In general, I told you, communication, Python database communication, we are using advantages. Database softwares achieves. Database softwares are fully secured because they provides what? Username and passwords. Right. So coming to the point back, this is called what? Obtaining the connection. Let's go back. Python program obtains the connection from MySQL database. Already well aware of it. You want to print the type of the object? You can print. I can say students. Print. I can say print type of what? CON, comma, type of CON. You just try to execute this code once again. You see that I got it. MySQL connection, which is present into where? Connection. MySQL dot connector dot connection. Inside of it, there is a MySQL connection is available. Right? So this is going to be a simple class. When you come to the classes concept, you will come across this. This is a module name. This is called submodule they may be taking. There is another module they are taking. This is called what? One type of class. And we least bother about this entire class and all those things. This connection, whether we get it or not, that is an important here. If anybody asks you the type of that, you can just say that here I just mentioned it. MySQL dot connector dot what? Connection. Or if you are so serious about it, without worrying about that, you can just print it and you can verify. I told you the general concept, how to print it. If you want, you can say here what, what is that? What you got it? Here you can just see MySQL connection, you can take it. MySQL connection, you can take it. So I'm just writing MySQL connection. This is the name of the class ultimately. Present into this module, etc. This entire fully qualified name is given. So here, password is this. All these things you understand. Created this. Next, create an object of what? Cursor. How to create an object of cursor? Which function? Which function will be used to create the cursor? Cursor function. Object of connection, I got it. See that. The purpose of creating an object of cursor is that to carry. What is that? What you are carrying? The query from which program? Python program, and brings the result from database software and hand over to the Python program. It's act as a middleware between what? Python program and database software. To create an object of cursor, we use a predefined function called cursor of. Same as Oracle. Here nothing is there in today. Which is present in which object? So how do you create? Connection object dot cursor will give you the variable name. A variable name is of type MySQL dot connector dot cursor class. Now here connection object is of type connection dot, which is called what is here. We used my connection. My connection is some different class name. We got it. So I can write it if you want. Connection. I say here I can write it something like this. Let us create example. Connection object dot cursor. A cursor object is created. I'll go for it. Let us go to the program. This will give you what concept? Connection establishment. Cursor object creation I'm going to show you. How do you create the cursor object? How do you create the cursor object? I'm little bit copying and pasting because already we have a much experience with the previous database. Same thing. Test or cursor or test. This is connection. I say cursor. Cursor. Test MySQL cursor dot py. Connection object I got it. Leave it. I'm getting Python program got connection. Okay. Cursor object you create. CUR is equal to CON dot which function? Cursor function. Print there also \n. Cursor object created. Cursor object created. Cursor object created. Okay. Next, print the type of cursor also. Once again, type of CUR is equal to type of CUR. Type of CUR. Just for a minute, you see, students. I will take this, save this code, test MySQL cursor, execute this part. See, students, this one got it. What is this now? Python program got connection from MySQL DB. Cursor object is created. What is the type? MySQL cursor. MySQL cursor. This MySQL cursor is an object of cursor here. So let us take care about this now. Let us take care about this. I'll get it into this picture. Here I'm going to get it here. Create. I hope this is the place where cursor object is created. Is an object of, I will take it. What is that object? Class MySQL dot connector dot cursor dot what? MySQL cursor. Like a connection dot, MySQL connection, like a cursor class is here. Cursor object is created. So cursor object is created, and then we are ready to send the query now. So once cursor object is ready, we are ready to execute the query or not? So which one we will create now? We are supposed to enter the records. Before the records, what should we create? Tables. Before the tables creation, what should we create? Database. Now I will go for creating the database or not? Let's go. Go back to this. Students in the online, are you following, students? Students in the online, are you following? Line number 10, error, cursor. Line number 10, Ganesh Verma. Okay. Line number 10. 10 in the program. Okay. Okay. That is a message. Right. Message, that is. Cursor. Okay. Not an issue. We changed it. Okay, students. Let us go for Manjula. Sir, please tell slowly. Okay. Don't cry, ma. Don't cry, ma, Manjula. Very slowly. I thought that you are already up to date. Why you feel I am fast? If you don't practice, it is fast. Anyhow, I will go slowly only, ma. Don't worry. Manjula, are you okay up to here? Or shall I repeat anything previous? Manjula, tell me, ma. Shall I repeat or continue? Yes, sir means 2 words. I will take positively to repeat or continue, sir. Okay. So I will go very slowly only. Okay. Now I am going to next continue. So coming to the step number 4. Step number 4. What is the step number 4? Design the query, place and execute. Design the query, place the query in the cursor and execute. See the steps once again. Importing, getting the connection, creating the cursor, design the query and place the query in the cursor and execute. Right or not? Go there. How do you do that? How do you do that? A query is a request or a question to the database from which program? Even Oracle also I wrote the same thing. To execute any type of query, how many types of queries? 3 types: DDL, DML, DRL. We use a predefined function called what? Execute, which is present in where? Which is present in where? Yes, class mysql.connector.cursor. Which class? MySQL cursor. How do you do that? Cursor object dot execute of what? Query. How many types of queries? One is DDL, DML, DRL. Shall I explain once again DDL, DML and DRL? Already we are familiar with. Yes. Next, see that. Process the result which is available in the cursor object. This anyhow you have created the cursor object. Just now you have created the cursor object, which I am ready to execute my queries now. I will go. Next what? Process the result which is available in cursor object. Slowly. This process makes us to understand, retrieve the data from cursor object and display it on the console. What are we getting? Like handling the exception messages. I'm handling the exception messages from where? Database or not? Problem in database, invalid table name, like that. Next is called what? Dealing with what? Results. Like row count greater than 0, record is updated, record deleted. Less than 0 means not found, like that. Fetch one, fetch many, fetch all. These are all called dealing with results or not? Yes. And then closing the connection is optional. Is closing the connection. To close the connection manually, we write which block? And it is not necessary to write in the case of what? In MySQL is not necessary. In database also not necessary. That is automatically getting closed. That is optional. Even in the steps also, I did not try to close the connection. Even previously also I wrote the connection. Python program closes the connection, and writing the connection closing part is called optional here. I need not to write, and let us relax for this. Python program closes the connection. Even the connection part also addressed. Need not to write this finally block at all. If connection is not none, close the connection and the database connection is closed. It is actually because I don't want to keep much things, much headache on you. Writing this finally block not necessary. Automatically getting closed. If at all you want to write it, connection not equal to none. That means you got the connection. Then you close it. Dot close. And the database connection is closed. And I am saying that don't write finally block. Need not to write, I said. If at all you want to write manually by yourself, you can write it. Finally block coming. Connection object not equal to none means I got the connection. Say immediately what? Dot close. Close is a function present in where? Connection, and database connection closed. I am just saying a print statement. This is optional to write. Need not to write at all. So these are the steps. Just to see the steps once and then feel that whether it is understand or not. Understandable. Now I am going to introduce program by program. Shall we create the database? Students who are in the online, not mandatory. Ganesh Verma, I told you, na? Not mandatory, means optional, I said. So Ganesh Verma. So did you understand? Shall I go to the program now? Come on, are you there? Yes. Now, open the notes, write down, write a Python program, write a Python program, write a Python program, which will create a database, which will create a database, which will create a database, which will create a database in MySQL, which will create a database in MySQL. which will create a database in MySQL. Okay, it's a MySQL related programs. These are. Tell me, what should I do? So let us go to this place. So DDL statements, you know, DDL statements, you know, DML statements, you know, and actually in a very simple way, you can do the coding very well. So let us start with, I'm going to say, once again, I will type from the beginning so that you will feel that sir is explaining slowly. Even if I copy also, you may feel this program creates a database in MySQL on the name of what? Batch 4 p.m. Batch 4 p.m. It is my database name. Understand? It is my database name. What is the database name I want to create? Batch 4 p.m. Say now, what is the first step? What is the first step? Import the module name. Import students, MySQL dot connector. Get the connection? Get it. CON is equal to MySQL dot connector dot what? Okay. Come on, ma. Host is equal to localhost, comma. Come on, next. User is equal to in my system it is a root. Next, password is equal to root. Very good. Then because of this, what is established? Connection is established. What should I do next? Cursor object to create. CUR is equal to CON dot what? Cursor object created. Design the query. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4. Design the query and execute the query. Come on. Create a database. CD is equal to our database creation. DQ is equal to create a database, database name. What is my database name, students? Batch 4 p.m. It is a string data. Execute. CUR dot execute of DQ. Simple. Print what? Print. What is this? Database created in MySQL. Please verify. Well, if any such problems are coming, deal with what? Exception is coming in the entire databases. Except, come on, student. MySQL dot connector dot what? Database error as DB. Print of problem in database. Problem in MySQL. What problem in MySQL? I want to capture it. Where is that message is capturing? DB. In the various forms of except blocks I set. DB. Fine. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, step number 5. Processing. I am just giving a confirmation message. Moreover, students, go to MySQL and see that show databases. Whether they are there or not, you check it out. You are having Amirpet database, KVR database. Only these two are from my side, which is created. Understand, guys? Come on. Now, if after executing my program, I will execute once again. Okay. So create the database. Rajshekhar, switch off your video. Switch off. Rakesh, switch off. Samir, Rakesh, switch off your video. In this again, Samir Kumar, switch off your video. Next I'm going to execute. What is this now? DB create. db create dot py, db create dot py. Save this code. Go to this place, db create dot py. Go to this place and execute py db create dot py. See that what is created? Database created in MySQL verify. Go to the place. Where should I go? MySQL. Say what? Show databases. Show databases. Batch 4 p.m. created or not? Alphabetical order. Batch 4 p.m. created. I can drop the database also. How do you drop the database? Drop database name KVR. Say dropped. Show databases. Show databases. KVR is not there. KVR is not there. Are you following this? Go. Once again try to execute. Once again try to execute. Can I create two databases on the same name? What is coming? Exception will come. What is that exception? Database error. On which name I am creating again? Yes, execute once again, my dear students. See the error. Can't create batch 4 p.m. database. Already exists. You cannot create. This is a message I am fetching from the database engine side. If at all you want to create any database, you can just go for create the database name. I'm just saying my name here. Create your name. Execute database created. Go to the MySQL side. Show databases. It is created or not? Created. If batch 4 p.m. it is created. Understand, students? Fine. Students who are in the online, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable, students? In this code of this, comfortable? Right. Nothing is difficult. Very easy. Whenever I need the persistency, it is easy. Fine. Bracket. In bracket, sir. Where is that? Ganesh Verma. Where is the bracket? Money. When rollback will come? When rollback will come? When rollback will come, student? When we are using DML operations, that time only you are going to get it. Money. So when we are using rollback and commit only in the DML case, but not in the case of these things. So please try to Anuj Rajput, not DDL, DML. I hope everybody is practicing well. I think so. Nobody touched Oracle, I hope, so far. If anybody is touching that Oracle, you never get these small doubts. So I can't do anything else if you don't practice. So I'm giving everything from my side. So please take care by yourself and then do this. Right. Database is created. Now I will go for, once a database is created, what should I create? Table I need to create. Look at that, my place of this. MySQL is a collection of what? MySQL is a collection of what? Databases. As a database is created. Inside the database, what should I create? Tables I need to create. Now I am going for tables. Shall I create a table? Yes. To create a table, which query we will use? Create table, table name, that entire story. Already explained? Need to explain again? No need. No need. Fine. So I will go for what? Table creation. I will take this. I will take this. I will take, and I am going to. I can copy this program because I feel that is very simple. Suppose if I did not touch my book at all, definitely I will feel very difficult. Why? Without reading, if you come to the class, even SAR says the second table also, that is difficult. If you read and come, it is going to be difficult. Easy. Table create. Table create dot py. What is that module name? Same MySQL. Connection same. Cursor same. Shall I take previous code? Yes, I am taking my previous code. Everything I will take it. Anything is required, I will just remove. Yes. Up to here it is same. Up to here it is same. Importing same. Getting connection is same. Cursor update is same. But here, what I will do? Come on. Table I need to create or not? Tables will be created in where? So you must specify the database name or not. Where I will specify? During the connection time only, you make it as activated. What is that now? Database is equal to what? Batch 4 p.m. Batch 4 p.m. Understand? Go. You see students go to MySQL once. Go to MySQL once. See students to go to batch 4 p.m. What I told? Use batch 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Yes, sir. Show tables. Show tables. Do you have any tables inside? No. So in that I will create the table. So because of this statement, you are pointing to which batch? In that I am going to create the table. Create a table. Create a table employee in batch 4 p.m. database. Batch 4 p.m. database. Shall I create a table? Come on, create. Table create is equal to TQ is equal to. How do you create a table in Oracle? Come on, guys. Create table name. What is the table name? Employee. Open the bracket. Column names. ENO. What is the type in Oracle? Number. Here, what is the data type? Int. Databases will have different data types. There in Oracle, number. Here it is which type? Int. Is quite matching with Python also. What is ENO I said in that Oracle? Primary key I said. Did you remember? Here also. I will write what? Primary key. What is ENO? Ayyo. My dear student, gold medalist you are. Is a column name. What is int? Data type. Primary key is what? Constraint. Constraint means data validation purpose. Column name, whose data type, whose constraint. Constraint means rules I am imposing. No two employee numbers must be same. No value to be passed as a null. Nulls are not allowed. Duplicate numbers are not allowed. So primary key is equal to unique plus not null, which I told already in my Oracle also. Same to same. I feel that same class is repeating, comma. Next is what? Name. Name I am taking. Name. What is the name type? Varchar 2. Here also. Come on. Varchar 2 or Varchar. Anybody knows Oracle here? Oracle, okay. Varchar 2. Here, we will check it out. Even it went off my brain. Varchar 2, it went off from my brain. I am remembering, but by seeing, it went off. I will check it out. No problem. That's it. Of what I am saying? 10. No problem. Leave it. Anything comes error, I will handle it. No problem. Comma. Next what? Shall. Come on, what? I say real. Real means it is a float type as well as double type. No problem. Close it. And varchar 2, it should not be not null. Salary also, real I said. Real means it may be taking float as well as double. No problem. Is null. This is the data type. What is the data type here? If any mistake is coming, I will take care. Don't worry. Now can I execute? Come on. CUR dot execute of TQ. Print of, what is this now? \n table created in which database? MySQL. Verify. Now execute. See that new one I added. In which database you are creating a table, you need to specify. Okay, cursor object is created. Table I am creating. Just execute table created.py. Very simple, students. See that py table create. So got it, problem here. What is the problem there? Line number 11, something is mismatching, it seems. So create, okay, because it is opened here or not? Create table name, opening brace, closing brace is required or not? Come on guys, it is not necessary. Last one not necessary, removed. Beginning, int, primary key, this one over, this is called ending. Doubt? Because of not practicing, everything is a doubt. So here you see table created. Varchar only, varchar 2 no, varchar. In MySQL, varchar. In Oracle, yes. Shall I see the table there? Go there. Which place? MySQL. What is that? Show in where? What do you written? Now I will say show tables once again. Earlier I got it what here? Now I am going to show table. What is the table there? Employee. Created or not? Shall we see the description of the table? How we used to see in Oracle? DESC. Here also what? DESC. Table name. What is the table name? Employee. It's a very nice designed table will come. What is the field name? What is the data type? What is the null and key? What is the key there? Null means what? No null values, unique values. Default, what is the value? But you made as primary key, that's why null is no. Next is called name, varchar 10. What is the null? No. What is the sal double? Null value? No. This is comes under table creation. Understand? Right. Can I create one more table? One more table you can create. One more table you can create. What is the table name? Here I will say KVR. Is my database is changing? I'm changing my database. Amma? My dear student, real means what? Either float or double. You can take even float also. Real means it is nothing but double type. During my explanation, I said real means float or, did you remember that? Real means float or double. Here it is showing what? Double. I observed it. I already observed it. That is called what? Double. You can take even float also. I will show you that. KVR. Next, create table name. What is this now? Student. SNO. Next is called what? Name. Next is called what? Marks. I will take it as what? Marks. Take it as what here? Float. Float. Okay. Go to this place. Save this. Go there. Execute. Execute. What is happening? Table created in MySQL. Go to KVR place. Go to this place. See here. Where is the database? Which place you are in? Which place you are in? Show tables means you are inside of the place only. Only employee. You are in which place? But where is my database is created now? Table is created KVR. Come out of that. Use. What? KVR. Say now. Show tables. Show tables. Which table? DESC. What is the table name? Okay. What is that now data type is? Float. What is the previous data type is? Double. Understand? Very good. Now, do you have any data present inside of student? No. How do you see the data is there or not? Select star from student. Student. No data present. I can insert the data inside or not? Do you know how to insert? Already we have written the code in Oracle or not? Same code I can write here also. So I don't want to ask you to write the code. Myself only will explain tomorrow. Today we understand up to how to create a tables in database. How to create a database we understood. How to create the tables also. Tomorrow's class when I come back, I will tell you how to insert the data, delete the data, update the data, select the data. Okay, na? So I thought I will give that programs today. but you said already, sir, go slow. So I'm going slow only. Right. So Ganesh, Ranjan, I will give you tomorrow description. That word I will give you tomorrow class. Don't worry. DESC, yeah, description of this one you are asking. Same stands for description of the table. Contains field and name, type, null, not null, all those information will come. Right. Anuj, real, double, float, all those things. Right. Rocky, real is nothing but a constant data type which is taken as what? Floating point values. That is, highest data type is taken double type. If at all you want any float type, you can take float also. You can take instead of real, you can take double also, no problem. Okay, right. So coming to the money. Sir, data science is automated. It's impossible. Data science is automated means it is impossible. I don't know, you are asking the question. Automated means what? It's different. What is the question you are asking is not relevant to that now. Right. So coming to the point back here, up to today, what we understand? How to create tables, how to create databases. So next class when I come back, I will perform what operations? DML operations, DRL operations I will explain. Right. That only I am saying. I understand what you are expecting. Human interactions, data science, I already told in the features only. We will use data science for robotics designing. Automation of testing. I already explained in the sessions features of Python itself. Constraints means rules, Brahmani. Constraints means rules. Rules means what? Name should not be null. It is a rule. Number should be unique plus what? Not null. It is a rule. Constraints means that only. Right. So coming to the point of it, next term, I will go to tomorrow class about what? Insertion, deletion, all those DML operations I will explain. Okay, na? So I'll stop the class and I will upload whatever I discussed so far and we'll meet tomorrow. Right. So coming to, right, Manjula. Yes, very good. Got it. Okay, you did ATM related information, I think so. Do that completely. You will get not only single program, multiple programs you will get it, Take care about it. That's what. Solve that errors. Because already I explained the programs, errors are coming, how to solve it, take care about that. Is the case study, try to solve it. Okay. So tomorrow class, we'll go for continuation part of it. Don't miss the tomorrow's class. Thank you. Good day.